Hey everybody, I'm Steph,
I'm Michael
and today we're checking out Great Western Trail, El Paso.
from Lookout Games. This game plays 1 to 4 players and has a box playtime of 60 to 90 minutes. I've not played Great Western Trail.
Nope, and I have, and this is like a condensed version of that in like under half the time of Great Western Trail. So if you're looking just to scratch the itch for a weeknight game night, maybe this will be a perfect fit for you.
That's right. So thanks to Asmodee for providing us this copy of Great Western Trail El Paso, but they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. Speaking of all the games, this is on BoardGameArena.com.
Yeah, so if you're looking to just try it out, check out these rules that we're going to teach you the game, and then go try it on BGA.
That's right. Let's take a look at this while I teach you all the rules. So the game board is a playmat, and since it has to fold to fit inside this small size box, you've got to fold it up, and so you might have a few little wrinkles in it, but it should not interfere with gameplay at all. So you're going to take your El Paso tile, which looks just like this, has a little stop sign on it. That's going to go on this spot right here. All of the other neutral building tiles that are brown, they have letters on it from B to G, and they go on these corresponding spaces on your first game. For future games, including the game we're playing now, you're just going to randomize these in these 6 locations. All of the other spots are for the common building pool, and those are found down here. There's 2 of each level of common building, level 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Start off by playing with the A sides, and then on future games you can turn as many of these over to the B sides as you want. The fact page for on Lookout Games for Great Western Trail El Paso indicates that some people feel that this 2A tile might be a little too strong. The designers don't see any problem with it. However, for those who do feel that it is too strong, just flip this over to the B side, and that takes care of that problem. So we are switching that one, and for B, we're turning those over to the B sides and leaving all the rest to their A sides. You've got 4 train cards. One side has a little star in the corner and the other side does not. They recommend starting with the not starred side up. And on future games, you can turn some or all of these cards to the other side. The cattle cards, you've got your cattle market here. You're going to place these cattle cards on the corresponding locations. You've also got all of your worker cards. You've got cowboys and builders and engineers and wild workers. You're just going to keep those over to the side. You've also got cardboard tokens for your 1s and 5s. And you've got these, what are these called, Steph? Exchange tokens. Thank you. You're also going to take your objective tiles and your bonus tiles, shuffle them all up and place 3 out for each set. For player setup, you're going to need a number of these Cemental cattle cards based on player count, and it's printed right there on the board. For 1 or 2 players, we're going to need 9 of them. For 4 players, you're going to need all 19 of them. Just place them there on the board. Each player is going to receive 1 of these player cards. You are also going to receive 7 discs that you're going to place anywhere where you see these little circles. So some of these gears won't be showing, some of these bonuses won't be showing, and all of these bonuses won't be showing as well. You're also going to have a certificate marker you're going to place on 0, and you've got 2 building markers for a maximum of 2 buildings you can build during the game. So as you'll notice that these are cardboard cubes instead of actual cubes. Lookout Games has tried to minimize the amount of wood that they have in the game, except for these great big chunky herder tokens. And these are basically your player tokens. And there are no plastic baggies in the game. Instead, there are plenty of these cardboard boxes in the game. So, Steph has been chosen to go first. And so she chose one of these objective tiles and immediately refreshing it with a new one from the top of the stack. And then I chose one as well. Anytime you take one of these objective tiles or bonus tiles, you immediately refresh it with one off of the top of the stack. Anytime that you are to draw from the piles, you can choose to elect to take one blind from the top of the stack instead. Since Steph is first, she's going to start off with 4 coins and 1 exchange token. I'm going to start off with 5 coins and an exchange token. So on your turn, I forgot to mention, each player is also going to get one of each type of worker. And I'll explain what these workers do here in a minute. So on your turn, you're going to do a move phase, an action phase, and a draw phase. On your first turn of the game, you're going to place your herder on any neutral location except El Paso. What are locations? Well, that's anywhere that has a building. So Steph could start anywhere on the board. Let's say that she wants to start off right here. She can do that. And then she's going to do her action phase where she can do any or all of the actions on that tile. And she can take those actions in either order. After the action phase, she is then going to do the draw phase where she's going to draw up to 4 cards. Oh, I forgot to mention, we're going to start off with 10 base cattle cards, starting off with 4 of these gray 1s, 2 green 2s, 2 white 2s, and 2 black 2s. The goal is to have a handful of different cards. At the start of the game, you're going to draw up to your hand size of 4, as you can see from your little player mat down here. Eventually, you can get up to a 5. So Steph has already shuffled hers up. I'm going to do the same for mine. So when you draw back up to 4, if for some reason you have drawn one of your workers that you had in the discard pile, if they come to your hand, you immediately play them face up in front of yourself, ready to be used on your next turn. And you draw a card to replace it. So when you're done, you're going to have 4 cattle cards in your hand. You should never have a worker in your hand. They should always be face up in front of you when you draw them. Once they're used, they go to the discard pile. Anytime you get a cattle card, you're going to place it in your discard pile. So how do you get that into your draw pile? Well, anytime you are supposed to draw a card, but you don't have any available, you will shuffle up all of your cards from your discard pile to make yourself a new draw pile. So on Steph's first turn, she did this. On her next turn, she can go up to a maximum of 3 spaces, as you can see on the player board. Maximum hand size of 4, maybe 5 later. Maximum movement of 3, possibly 4 later. So Steph can move 4 spaces. She doesn't count blank spaces. So 1, oh, wait a second. You can never go past El Paso, which is sort of strange because the name of El Paso is The Pass.
You got to stop there, though. And then you pass through.
That's right.
To prove yourself.
Currently, you shall not pass.
Right.
And when you're in El Paso, first, you're going to take your 5 coins. You are going to take one of these orange level 2 cattle cards, which, spoiler alert, is a game countdown timer. And then you're going to look at the cattle cards in your hand. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make sets of dissimilar cattle. So when I'm looking at this, I can only count my black cattle once. So I'm going to have 2, 4, 5 points worth of cattle on this draw. So I'm going to take a look at this bonus area here, and I'm going to take one of my player markers and place it on something that is 5 or less. If I had certificates, I could spend them to increase that amount. So if I had 4 certificates, I could spend them to get a total of 9, because 5 from my hand plus 4 more would make 9. I can place my disc on the 0, 5, 7, or 9, and then get the corresponding bonus. Hey, Mega Sub or Mega Shub. When placing the bonus token, they will come off of my player board. On these 4, you can only take from the left half, which is going to open up some of these things right here.
Auxiliary.
The auxiliary actions. I'll explain those here in a second. When placing on these darker spots, you can take from any of these, including these super high-powered ones over here. When removing those tokens, anytime you see a coin next to it, you're going to get that many coins. Anytime you see this, that means you're going to be paying that amount of money before you can take this off. If you don't have 4 coins, you can't take that off. Of course, if you're in El Paso, you're going to have at least $5.
Right.
So, now, also, you cannot place where you already have a disc unless you see these multiple circles. It might be hard to see, but there are multiple circles on the 0, the 12, and the 16. They sort of look a little wider than the others. So if I placed on the 9, I cannot place on the 9 again because there's only 1 disc there. Now, that does not stop Steph from putting on the 9 later on. She can do that no problem. And also, I don't have to take these in any certain order. I can take whichever one I want. I could come along later and put 1 on the 12. And let's say I get 13 the next turn. Well, I could still place 1 on the 12 because there are multiple circles there. And I'm going to get victory points at the end of the game for each disc that's on those spots. Or I'm going to get some kind of bonus, maybe a certificate or an objective tile or a free worker. So, now let's say, then you're going to discard all of your cards, and then, hey, it's the end of my turn. What do? I draw up, as you do. So, let's say Steph was on El Paso. She can move a distance of 3. She could go, skipping the blank spaces, 1. Whenever you see a forked trail, you can go either way, but there's nothing there. 2, nothing there. 3, she could go a maximum of up to here. But wait, if she wanted to go an extra space, she could spend a cowboy to go 1 extra space per cowboy. And that includes the wild ones too. She could go extra spaces for the wild one. So she could go 1 for the cowboy and 1 for the wild. Fairly sure you could do that with the wild, even though the wild says $2.
No, I think the wild is you.
Oh, the wild is only the $2?
Only $2.
Oh, so I am mistaken on that. Only these pure cowboys can make you go forward an extra space.
Yeah.
I will have to double check that on the rules, but I will not do it right now. Let me see. Oh, that's correct. The wild cannot copy the action of another worker, so it will not copy that special ability. So they must only be cowboys.
And you're discarding them when you use them.
Yes. So whenever I use this cowboy, goes to my discard pile. And then when I shuffle him into my deck and draw him, I get him right back into my area. All 4 of your workers are available to be used from the start of the game. Anytime you acquire a worker, they go immediately right in front of you. So let's talk a little bit about some of these workers and how they will be used. If Steph were to move to this tile here, this tile lets you discard a black cattle from your hand and get $2, which would have been handy for me when I had those 2 black cattle, because you want different ones. And you can spend a coin to take 1 of these exchange tokens, which spending an exchange token will allow you to draw a card and then discard a card.
That helps get diversity in your hand.
Correct. And it will allow you to purchase a cattle card. So, how do you purchase a cattle card? Well, for that, you're going to need cowboys or wild workers acting as a cowboy. For one cowboy and $2, you can get one of these white Black Angus, which doesn't make sense. It's white or Black Angus.
It's yellow.
It is sort of yellow because the white ones look altogether different. Ta-da. So, for 2 cowboys and $4, instead, you could get a Corriente. And then there is a 3 cowboy and 4 cowboy option as well. And you want to get all sorts of different cattle.
And these cattle are worth points at the end, too.
Yeah, as you see this Black Angus, 2 points at the end of the game.
Gives you variety and points.
That's right. So that's how to use cowboys. Let's talk about building buildings. Well, here's our building display. As you see, you're going to need between 1 and 9 builders in order to build something. In addition, you're going to need 2 coins per builder. And you could use the wild ones as well. For example, I could spend both of these, not for their bonus ability, but as their builder ability, discarding them, and $4 for coins in order to build this level 2 building. And then I can build that level 2 building anywhere I want on the map. So
which might cost you more money.
It could cost an extra 1 or 3 coins depending on where it goes. But let's say I want to block Steph, and so I'm going to place it right here. So when she moves through, she might have to go through my building. I place my building marker upon it like so. Now, let's say that I don't have 9 workers to get this building, but I can work up to it. You can, instead of building a building from scratch, you can upgrade a building that you have. So let's say I had a level 2 building. I could spend 1 builder and 2 more coins to upgrade my building from a 2 to a 3 building. So I would take my 2 building away, putting it back into the stack, taking the 3 building instead and putting it right back where it was. I don't have to pay the 3 coins again. I just upgrade the building that I currently have.
Yeah, you built an add-on.
Yeah, sort of like a extension. So that's how to use the builder. How do you use the engineer? Well, for that, you have to go to the train station. The train station is down here. For 1 engineer and 2 coins, I can use the abilities on this engine. For 2 engineers and 4 coins, I could instead use this train car's abilities. All the way up to a maximum of 4 engineers and 8 coins to get this last train car ability.
That's pretty good.
Yep. And again, as I mentioned, you can also use the wild in addition to engineers. Though a lot of times you may just be needing the money that these provide, 1 coin and 2 coins for the wild.
True.
Oh, I did not mention that the builder could be used. You could spend 2 coins and use this builder to gain a certificate. These certificates stay unused until you choose to use them to boost your bonus up. I can't remember what these are called. These are called trading posts. Is what these are. So finally, how do you get more workers? Well, for that, you're going to go to this spot over here. It has a spot to spend to discard white cattle for 2 coins, and you can purchase 1 worker for 5 or 2 dissimilar workers for an additional 8, total of 13 coins. So I could get an engineer and a cowboy for 13. If either of those workers, one or the other of them, is a wild worker, it's going to cost you an additional 4 coins. So if you were to just get one wild worker, it's 5 plus 4 for a total of 9. If you got a worker, you can't get 2 wild workers. But if I wanted a wild and a cowboy, it would cost me 5 and 8. It's just 13. Plus 4 is 17. That can get expensive. It's hard to get that much. It's worth it. So we are going to keep going round and around and around until these run out. When these run out, let's say Steph got the last one of these cards, the game is going to continue until, let's say I go here, she goes here, I go here. There are no more. I don't take one. I place my guy right here. That's going to give me an additional 2 points at the end of the game. Everyone else has one more turn. So Steph would have one more turn to finish things up. And then we are going to score. You are going to get 1 victory point for every $5. You're going to get the victory points for the buildings that you own. This big building, 15 points. So that's pretty nice. You're going to get victory points for all of your highlighted trading post spaces. You're going to get victory points for every one of your workers. As you see, you start off with 9 points in workers right here at the bottom. You're also going to total up the victory points on your cattle cards. Initially, these are not worth anything. These are worth the big bucks. And you're going to get victory points for any of these bonus tiles that you own. And then you're going to check out all of your objective tiles. And you're going to score points for the ones where you can complete those objectives. Now, it's important to note, I don't think I brought this up. However, let's say I had this objective tile, which is the one I chose at the start of the game, that says I have to have a building level 3 or greater and a bonus tile. But let's say I also had this objective tile that said I need 2 bonus tiles. To score both of these, I can't just take 2 bonus tiles and a level 3 building and score them both. I would indeed need 3 bonus tiles in order to claim both of these. I can't use the same bonus tile to fulfill both objectives.
Nor could you have 4 bonus tiles and score that one objective twice.
That's correct. This objective is scored exactly 1 time if you meet this objective.
Yeah.
I believe that is all the rules. You can use these these exchange markers at any time during your turn. So keep that in mind. You want to get that diversity in cattle as much as you can.
Well, I want to build building. So I'm going to go to the greenhouse.
Immediately.
Well, I happen to also have a green in my hand.
Well, that makes it convenient.
So I get $2 for discarding a green.
That's correct.
And then I can spend 2 guys to be a level 2 and $4, 4 coins.
Oh, you are going to take a level 2 building. Unfortunately, it's not the 2A you're hoping for.
No, I'll put it here though.
Okay, sounds good. Where's your little marker? So that one allows you to discard a level 2 card and get $5. And you could take an auxiliary. Oh, I forgot to mention auxiliary actions.
I can talk about it now.
I can talk about it now. So this is a perfect time to talk about All right. So thanks, Dan. Whenever Steph is going to her spot, she can take her action as normal, or if she's going to one of these neutral spots, she could take the action as normal or an auxiliary action. What is an auxiliary action? That's any of the things on this side of the board. You can take any one of them. So let's say that this were covered up and these were covered up. I can either take one coin or do one exchange action. If I were to open
Okay.
Testing, testing. I'm not sure what's up with our sound. So, what is an auxiliary action? That's anything on this side of the board. Anything that's uncovered, you can activate any one of these columns here, any one of these rows. I could take $3 or a certificate or one or two exchange actions or discard, get rid of one of your cattle cards. So, if I land on Steph's space, I have no choice but to take an auxiliary action. The only place where you cannot take an auxiliary action is El Paso, of course. So you cannot delay the end of the game like that. But that's the only thing I can do on her space. You can always elect to take the auxiliary action instead of the normal action. So Steph's going to start right here. I don't know what is up with our sound today. I am going to go. Well, I'm going to need a level 3 building at some point. Unfortunately, let's see, I'm going to go here, going to discard my white cattle card. Going to take 2 coins for that. Then I'm going to spend 5 coins to take. Here's the big question. Do I want a builder or do I want a cowboy? That is a hard choice. Wow, that's gonna be really, really expensive. I am going to have to take.
And it goes immediately into play.
Immediately go. That's why I'm trying to decide what it is that I'm going to take. I don't think I can afford this no matter what I do, even if I were to take a cowboy. So I think I'm going to take. I think I'll take a builder.
All right.
It's not plan A, but it's what I got. And I draw back up.
I gotta go to El Paso.
Going to El Paso. Boom.
Get 5. Get orange. I have 7.
Woo.
I want this one.
All right, you get one of those.
Well, might as well go for these. It's always good to have bonuses during the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I draw 4.
Going here. I've got 1 to discard for 2 coins, which is good because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it for these. Discarding both of these builders. Well, I could do the wild. Yeah, I'll take the wild instead. And back and forth, back and forth. Fine, take the builder. All right, and 4 coins. That's going to get same building, and I will place it here.
All right.
And I draw up.
I don't want this ability, so I'm not gonna go to the train.
So you have 2 spaces to hit to there.
I get $2 and a certificate. That's me.
That's you. I am going to use my exchange. Discarding this, drawing this. No! No! I'm going to go here. I'm going to need the money. So, discarding one of these.
$2, $5.
$5.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Then I am going to take 1 cowboy and 1 black Angus and $2 like so. And then sadly draw up. Oh, that is poor. Poor, poor, poor. Going all the way to here.
Discarding a white for 2.
Yeah, this is horrible.
And then I could buy.
I drew the worst.
I'm gonna only buy 1. But it could be wild.
Sorry.
I'm gonna buy a wild.
For 9?
Yep.
You have 9?
Yeah. I didn't have enough for 2, so I'll buy a wild instead.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you done?
Yep.
I shall not pass. I get 5. How's that for the worst draw ever?
Oh, that looks like my hand.
That's a big 3.
Yeah.
So that is nothing.
Well,
Except for the big $1 spot. Which one of these do I want? I should probably do this to get rid of some of that junk.
Did you do all the other stuff?
Not yet. I'm in the middle of my turn.
All right.
I did this, and then I did this, and can I finish?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to put it on my discard. I've discarded all my cards. I then draw up 1, 2, and shuffle. Do I want these? Well, I'm in the middle of my turn. 1 more coin, please.
All right.
I'm now my draw phase. I know you like to jump the gun.
No, I just want to make sure you took your $5.
Oh, right there.
Okay.
I got me.
All right. Good.
I can't draw worth a darn, but I got me.
Mm-hmm.
And you.
I'm thinking. I'm gonna go here. Discarding that for
$5.
And then I'm gonna buy a level 2 cow for 4.
Level 2 cow. Level 2 cow.
Yeah. And I think that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Boy, this is poor.
It's poor.
I don't want any of the 3 actions in front of me.
I will discard this guy for what?
Because I don't want to spend this engineer. I guess I will go here for lieu of anything else better to do.
Yeah.
You.
I'm gonna go to El Paso, get my $5, get a 2, and I have a value of 3, which is really not great.
Not great.
Could do this one. No, let's do this. I get $1.
Good job. You did what I did.
Yep.
Going here, spending this for 2 coins. I can spend 1 to get a exchange token. I'm definitely doing it. And then, hey, how about a cowboy? Oh, that gives me another Black Angus. That's poor. Yeah, things are just not coming up in the order I need them to be.
No roses.
Sure, give me another Black Angus. I don't care. That's going to cost me 2. Points is points.
2 and 1. Okay.
Going here. Nope. Going there. It's going to cost me how much? Oh, I have to go there. Unless I want to go all the way to El Paso. Man, I am really up the creek.
Up to Cattle Creek.
Because I don't have my builder anymore because I had to stop here.
Yeah, I need an engineer.
Yeah. For 9, I'm going to build a wild. All right. That's the size of it.
I'm gonna use my cowboy to go 4 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna discard a 2 and hope I draw it back. Because that trick always works.
It always works.
I get 5. And then I'm gonna use the auxiliary to get a boost here. Come on, big money.
Did you finish?
I am done.
Boy, this is the hard one here. Go here. Spend this and 2. Upgrade.
Nice.
And do I want to risk getting rid of a green?
Yeah, that's what I risked.
There's a green for 2. Drawing it back. Draw. All right.
I'm going to El Paso.
Okay. 5. Take your Simmental.
On then.
Well, you chose him.
I got 7 and 3 is 10.
All right. Well, that's your first one of those. Going to cost you $4. You're sitting on Mrs. Moneybags over there. I have lost this game, I am quite sure. Already predicted because
Gonna find out.
No, don't have to find out. I think it's
I'm
fairly established.
done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I will go here. I will discard 1 for 2 of any value.
Hey, Legends.
And then I will take a worker and pay 4 extra to make him wild. And draw.
Huh. All right. I could do it.
Do it.
I'm going to the train. I'm gonna get this because why not?
And a train.
1, 2. Spending 2 engineers and $4 to get one of these.
Okay. Well, that's the risk.
I could take off the top.
Yes. And it is
Ooh.
1 permanent certificate anytime she goes to El Paso. And what just happened?
I get both. Oh, I didn't. I did.
No,
I did that
you.
one.
Yeah, wrong.
Wrong. I will go.
Incorrect.
All right.
Did you finish?
Yep.
I'm gonna risk it. Spend that to get rid of that to draw this. Well, at least it's gone. Go here, get 5. Take one of these. Reveal 8. I can spend 1 for 9. Or just take the 7 and be happy. I think I will take that.
Legends. This is Great Western Trail, El Paso.
Hopefully I can get that before you end the game really quickly. Drawing 4, maybe more.
Hmm.
Yeah, I should have did the other, I think. Did not, though.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the building. Oops.
I don't know where you are. Everybody needs to see it.
I'm gonna spend 1 worker or 1 builder to increase that. So I owe $2.
Okay. And 1 builder.
I did that one.
Okay. Done?
Yep.
Again, nothing good in front of me. Could do 2 engineers.
This is actually a very different game than Great Western Trail. It's much like faster, lighter. So this is not really a Great Western Trail game, and like Concordia and Concordia Venus are Concordia games. I know there's other Great Western Trail game boxes, but I haven't really played them.
All right. That is going to be this action. I'm going to ditch that permanently from my hand and take a train action, which is a bonus and an exchange. Which of those bonuses do I want that I do not have the ability to fulfill? Sure. And draw up. You.
I'm going to El Paso.
Again?
Yeah.
What?
I know.
I know, it's amazing.
I have 11, 12, 13, 14. I get $1 for that. And then I'm done.
Mm-hmm. I drew poorly. Story of my life.
Mm.
1, 2, 3. That's green, is it not?
That's green.
Get rid of this for 2. And then build a building of, has to be a 2. That's going to cost 4 minimum, plus wherever I put it. I think we need to slow you down. Yes.
Michael.
Time to slow you down.
I guess I'm going here.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's great.
No. Not great.
I'm going to do this first before I do anything else.
Hey, Barry.
That's not good. It's not what I wanted to see. Gonna go here. I am going to discard 1 for 5. I'm going to take a cowboy. Do you want a cowboy or a wild? I want a cowboy for free. I draw up. Yes, and I draw up. Yes, and I draw up.
Yes.
No. Poor.
Yeah, it cut out for a few seconds. I saw. I don't know what's up with Twitch, so
Everything's fine. Your turn.
I'm thinking.
You're actually talking to the stream.
I'm still thinking. Discarding that for 2.
Yeah.
And then buying whatever I want. 2 different for 13. Really need to train dude though.
Okay. We'll take a train dude.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yep.
I go here under duress. I get one of these. Unfortunately, I'm sitting on 7, which means I'm taking 5 because that's the extent of the goodness I have, which is not anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still can't get my hand size up.
So this is discard anything
Anything.
and get 2 times its value, or
No, get 2. That's a 2 coin, not 2 times its value. I don't know where you get that from.
I thought we had read that. That it was.
That's a completely different icon.
Oh, okay.
You were thinking of the one that has asterisks on the coins,
I'll do this.
which those don't have.
2. I could build So my building is this one, so I need 2. And I need $4 to go to the next size. I'm done.
All right. I go 1 space. I can discard a 2 for 5. Oh, don't worry about it. Let me think about it for a second. I'm going to discard 4 cowboys
Ooh,
for this.
nice.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
Well, we'll see. I've got. Stop.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, still my turn. Looking at what is in front of me. Looking at what is in front of me. I will also. See, I'm stuck in the bad position of the double black Angus that I never thought I'd get. Five coins is 5 coins, though. Actually, I don't think I've seen another green one, so I'm going to do a green for 5 and hope I draw into it. It's you.
I go to El Paso.
Again.
Yeah.
Nothing on my
Seems
sleeve.
to be what I'm doing.
Presto.
And then my value is 5, 6,
Improved my
7,
hand drastically. I am
8,
in a
9.
world of hurt.
Probably a mistake, but we're just gonna do that. And I got a dude, which will be this conductor engineer dude. These get discarded.
How'd you get a dude? Got it.
That. Okay.
You? Me?
Done.
I'm going to go ride the train. I'm going to get rid of 1 of anything, which is going to be that. It's horrible. Then I can take 1 or 2 conductors. I will take 1 conductor. I will take 1 of these blind. That's not good. I don't even yet have 1 of them. And I might as well spend it to draw and discard before I draw up. That's my turn.
I spend the token discarding or drawing and discarding.
Oh, I think I have cheated. I took this off for minus $3 at some point. I don't think I spent the $3, so I will lower it by 3, hopefully making it as right as it can be. Are we?
I'm done.
Again, in a world of hurt. Because I am saddled with these 1s no matter what I do in this game.
Yeah, last game you got rid of a lot.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm saddled with them. I can't get rid of them. I can't draw my good stuff. I am literally going to have to go and do a auxiliary action just to improve my hand some. Looking to see what my options are here. Yeah, I don't think I can stop you. Discarding this for good. Drawing up. You.
I'm going to the train, and I'm going to I'm going to do. No, I'm doing that. And then I'm going to spend 3 engineers and $6 to do this one and this one.
This isn't going to happen.
And then I'm done.
Going here. Taking a cowboy for all the good it does me. Getting rid, discarding this for 5. Is that 5? I can't see. Is it 2? I think it's 2.
I think it's 2.
Well, okay.
This is what? I can get a 4 card for $2
Yes.
or -2 cost.
-2. I don't know the answer to that. I will have to go to the page, I guess.
Just to be sure I play it correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know the answer. I have not figured out how to grok their iconography. And they don't even have an iconography.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
So here's what you have to when you go to there, you're gonna have to do something with that. All right, there. When you go to their website, it takes you to the German. Then you can't just click on the English because then it takes you to, well, if you click on the English, it takes you to this. Go down to Great Western Trail. It really is Great Western Trail El Paso. You go to that. Then you go to all the way down to the PDF downloads. That's the only way to get there that I know of. And we want the appendix, which has all of the iconography. Common. This is 5B, 4B. Pay $2 to gain 1 shorthorn.
I will do that.
No cowboys.
And I get 2 of these. Oops, not there. All right.
For 2 coins, I am going to get one of these certificates because I'm going to need them going to El Paso. I have 9 plus 3 is 12. I finally got my 12. You are soon to go to El Paso. So I will have exactly 1 turn left. I should guess I'll take this. That gives me 2 coins. I get 5 coins for the stop. I get this Simmental and draw.
I'm going to use the hair token. Discard that. I'm going to use the hair token. And I'll go.
El Paso!
Yeah, because I can't upgrade from here to here, so no point in going there.
Game and trigger.
5. That. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Didn't like 16. So.
Yeah, I can't make it all the way around. So my best move. Let me know when you're done.
Done.
My best move is to make it so I can get at least a bonus token, because I'm going to need at least one bonus token. I'm going to get $1 with my auxiliary action. I'm going to spend 2 engineers to take this. It's going to cost me $4. It is another auxiliary action, which doesn't really mean anything. Not really, anyway. And one of these things. Again, something that doesn't really matter, so I should just take the biggest. Well, these are both 3 victory points because 4 coins is worth a point. So all 3 of these are effectively the same. So, sure. Get rid of this for 4 coins. Draw up, which that doesn't really matter. That's it. Nothing left but the crying. I have $15 for 3 points.
I have $11.
Okay, buildings. I have 1 building for 2 buildings for 6.
I have 1 for 7.
I have a whopping 4 points of specials. You have 13. There's separate categories for workers and cattle, but it really doesn't matter. Anything with a point on the corner, you can count. 2, 4, 7, 10, 20, 22, 24, 26, 29, 31, 33. 33 in stuff.
26.
2, 6, 10, 13 of the other stuff.
11.
And 11. 26, 39, 41, 52, 59 for Steph. 33, 43, 56, 59 for me? What? 33, 43, 46, 57. Whoa.
Because you had a ton of cows and stuff.
7 and that's got to be it.
Oh,
20,
sorry. I had
46.
4 more points. My bad. Sorry. Sorry.
I think we should recount.
Sure.
What do you got?
Because I gave you the value of 11, but I forgot the so it should have been a value of 15 because I forgot that these were actually points.
Mm-hmm.
Asterisk game. No, you can count it all again. That's fine.
2, 3. If there had been a tiebreaker, did I stand a chance?
Probably.
I thought I was fine. Most money left after conversion. I had 1 coin left.
I also had 1 coin.
So we would have had a shared victory, but no.
Well, no, because I
did not.
could on my final turn I could have spent cards for money, which I thought about after the fact.
You can't do it on the stuff you draw.
Not the stuff I drew, but like during my turn, I should have discarded it for $3, which wouldn't have got me a point, but would have got me tiebreaker, I guess.
Can't answer that.
I had the points that I forgot about, so my bad. I had it. I gave you the value of these 3, but not those 2.
Somebody give me an asterisk here.
No, I won it fair and square.
You did, but you got to score it fair and square too.
Hey, you were rushing me.
Says the girl who starts her turn when I'm a third of the way through my El Paso turn.
What?
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed Great Western Trail El Paso as much as we did. Yeah, I think it's cute. But yeah, my poor play at the start just doomed me, and drawing those Criollo gray nothing cattle. It's the worst.
Yeah. I mean, I had some lucky draws for my going to El Paso, so I'm like, I don't want to discard anything because I have a great hand, so I'm just gonna.
Well, that's what happened to me on
first play.
My first game.
Yeah, I didn't have that the first play,
and so I was like, yeah, let's rush the ending, and you're like, no.
Yeah. But I think it's cute. I like what it's doing, especially if you like Great Western Trail. I think this is a nice, almost palate cleanser in a way. It's much quicker. Like that only took us with the teach and play. It was only like an hour and under an hour and 10 minutes. So it's pretty fast, I would say.
I'd say so.
You can play with more people. It will be longer with more people because the board will start filling up with buildings and you'll have to move further along. I mean, it's like Great Western Trail, right? So with 2 players, it will be a little bit more snappy. So it's cute. I like it.
As do I.
Nice.
That's Great Western Trail El Paso from Lookout Games. Be sure to check it out on BoardGameArena.com.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this teach and playthrough and you want to see more just like it, we got a whole bunch of videos over on YouTube. Just check us out on your account, Board Gamer Steph. Just search for Board Gamer Steph and you'll find all of our amazing content. Or even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, and you can see all of the going-ons behind the scenes. We stream live every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we stream 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.
Yeehaw!